Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Talking Maids, and we are live to have a little pre-match talk about Liverpool Newcastle tonight. A huge game for the Reds, and could be a step closer to making it 20 titles in the league. And what an opportunity tonight is! What an opportunity tonight is, because Arsenal play at the same time. I think they kick off a little bit earlier than we do, but brilliant opportunity to extend the lead again if Arsenal do drop points against Nottingham Forest. A tough game for them, but a tough game for us, because we're against a side here that are pretty much on form this season. Isak, Gordon, Gimenez, Tonali, all playing out of their skins this season, and our Carabao Cup finalist opponents too. So this will be the first of twice we're playing them in the next few weeks. And it will be a chance to see them tonight and see what we are going to face in the Carabao Cup final. And I'm not certainly going into tonight and thinking, yeah, it's an easy win. We're at home at Anfield. Any game in this league is certainly not an easy game at all. Just going to get someone on here 1 second and get Samuel coming on here. Good evening, Samuel. How are you doing? You all right? Your content is genuinely enjoyable and entertaining. I'd love to invite my friends to join in next time. Absolutely, Samuel. Absolutely. That is fantastic. Fantastic, mate. Thank you for joining us as well tonight. Let us know, Samuel, your thoughts on tonight's game. Let us know thoughts on the Premier League so far this season. Do you think Liverpool can win the Premier League title, and how early can they win the Premier League title? We are 11 points clear, but there's still 11 matches left remaining, and tonight is a big game, and certainly not a game that is going to be easy at all. But it is a game at Anfield. We have got huge games coming up. This is a chance for Anfield to prove why Anfield is the best stadium in the world, why Anfield atmosphere is the best atmosphere in the world. Tonight, games like tonight, is the perfect opportunity for that. Absolutely. The Anfield crowd is absolutely important going into this title running now, because most of our matches are still at home to play in these 11 matches. And when we get Anfield up, like we know we can get Anfield up, it can be a cauldron for many teams, and many players can crumble there. And this 12th man at Anfield can get Liverpool over the line, I think, this season. So I will give you the team news as soon as it is out. I have read somewhere that Diego Jota is potentially starting up front, and the early news so far about Newcastle is Alexander Isak is not in the Newcastle squad. Massive, guys. Absolutely massive, if that's true. Not seeing anything official, but that's what I'm seeing on Twitter right now, is that Alexander Isak is not in the Newcastle squad, which is absolutely massive. And if those have got them in the FPLs, unlucky that's including me. I've got Isak and Mayfield. Hopefully Chris Wood comes in for him if he's not in the squad. But yeah, that's a massive miss for Newcastle, and certainly a big boost for Liverpool, because Alexander Isak caused us problems last time we played him at Newcastle. Not many players caused Virgil van Dijk problems, but Alexander Isak was certainly one of them. And yeah, it's a big miss. Big miss for Newcastle, but an even better miss for us, I think. And yeah, I think Callum Wilson will be the one that plays up front, but he's not the same as he. I know he's a decent striker, Callum Wilson, but he's just not Alexander Isak. And there's a reason why a lot of Liverpool fans want Alexander Isak at Liverpool, because the way this guy's caused players problems, the way this guy caused Van Dijk problems, it'd be an absolute addition for Liverpool. So let's go into the game tonight then. What's your predictions? What's your thoughts on tonight's game? How big of a miss is Alexander Isak to you guys at home? Let me know in the comments. I always like to bring the comments up. If we are watching live, make sure you do like this video and subscribe to the channel as well. We're getting content out every single day. Hopefully, Liverpool content out every single day. Premier League content, Champions League content, and much more. We've still got our halftime hooks, and myself this week. Me and Reese are still going to do our head-to-head this week. I don't know how he's feeling after Arsenal messing up at the weekend, but that is coming up this week sometime, probably Thursday or Friday. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel and get your notification bells on as well. So tonight's team news is going to come out shortly, I presume. Here we go. I think it is out now. Is this the one? Yes, it absolutely is. So Alisson Becker in net for Liverpool Football Club. There is a change at the back. It's like Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, and Tsimikas. is starting at left back over Andy Robertson. Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Salah, Jota, Diaz. So Gakpo is still not fully fit yet to start a game. Diaz back out onto his favoured left-hand side. Jota fit enough to start tonight. One thing I do worry slightly is about that midfield playing over and over again. Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai is the most reliable midfield. It is our best midfield. It is a midfield that arguably one of the best in the world. But it seems like they're playing every single second and every single minute together. I'm hoping it doesn't come back on us where they do start getting tired. They do start getting lackadaisical, because they have been doing them in the recent weeks. Bar the City game, the games against Wolves, the game against Aston Villa, those midfielders were very, very poor. The City game, I think it was a game that Liverpool needed at the time it came, because we didn't control the ball and we didn't need to do much on the ball. With a lot of defensive work. There wasn't much attacking work being done, which allowed us to rest a little bit. I thought it allowed us to rest a little bit more. It allowed us to play a different sort of tactic. Slot played it perfectly, playing two number 10s rather than a striker. I thought he got his tactics absolutely spot on against Man City. And it allowed our players to not get rest, but I think it allowed us to defend a little bit more and hold back a little bit rather than going full-blown attack and attack and then we'll have to rely on them breaking teams down all the time. It was nice to see something different from Liverpool and still get the job done. I said it all season. Look, no matter what's being thrown at Liverpool Football Club this season, we have got the job done. Bar Plymouth and Nottingham Forest, where we lost both games. But Arne Slot is showing how tactically he is amazing at what he does. And it's shown also, Arsenal Football Club, that you don't need a striker. It's all about tactics sometimes. Sometimes you've got to play with what you've got, and Arne Slot has shown enough of that to me this season that give him the team, give him the players, and he can win you trophies. He can certainly win you trophies. I think he's shown enough this season for me what he can do. So yeah, that is the team. Alisson. So there is two changes. Tsimikas coming in, Jota coming in. And 3 changes from the weekend, because obviously Diaz didn't play the weekend either. Curtis Jones coming out. Diaz did play the weekend. What am I about? Diaz was on the left wing, wasn't he? So Jota coming in for Jones and Tsimikas coming in for Andy Robertson. So 2 changes from the weekend. I was just trying to get Newcastle's news up so far. But there is, obviously, what's going out right now about Newcastle is Alexander Isak is not in the squad, not even on the bench from what I'm seeing and what I'm reading. Alexander Isak is not in the squad, so he must have either picked up injury or is not well at all, which is a big miss for Newcastle, but a fantastic. Hopefully he's not injured. I don't like players getting injured, but it's a good boost for us not having Alexander Isak to deal with tonight after last time we played him. I'm just trying to get once I get the Newcastle news up, I will let you know the Newcastle team as soon as it comes up. I presume with Alexander Isak not there, Callum Wilson will be playing front, and it is exactly how, as I said, Newcastle news is out. Newcastle team news is out. Nick Pope in net, Lewis Hall, Dan Burn, Fabian Schär, Livramento at right back, Joe Willock, Tonali, Gomes, Joe Linton in midfield, Gordon, Wilson, and Murphy. So yet Isak is not in the squad. On the bench, you've got likes of Trippier, Harvey Barnes on the bench, Longstaff, Lewis Miley. So Joe Linton is out for knee injury. Isak, growing injury, according to Live Score. Growing injury for Isak. I don't know how quickly they've got that injury news, because it's only just come out that he's not playing. Also, still missing Lascelles and Botman as well. But it's still a decent team for Newcastle. It's still a decent team for Newcastle. Callum Wilson's still a brilliant striker, a top class striker. He's not Isak, but he's still. I think he offers similar to what Isak offers. He's quite a similar player, but Isak's just better at it. I think that's what we need to be. So I think Newcastle will play similar. I don't think they change from Wilson and Isak, but obviously Isak's just an absolute animal to deal with. Gordon, Murphy on the wings. They're always going to be a threat. Especially on the counter-attack. The pace of Gordon, the pace of Murphy, and the pace of Wilson, they're always going to be an absolute threat. And the likes of Tonali and Gomes, especially Tonali, the experience that Tonali's got to hold that back line. Gomes is having a brilliant season as well. this game tonight is not an easy task, and it's certainly not a task that I'm taking for granted. Liverpool just got to go out there and do their job tonight. It's as simple as that. I think I'm always confident in Liverpool. If they go out there and do their job, then Liverpool can beat anyone in the world. In recent weeks, we haven't been doing that, but we finally did it against Man City. It was a different kind of game against Man City because, like I said, we didn't have much of the ball. And when we have had the ball in previous weeks, we've not really been doing much with it. Plymouth, again, a poor performance. Wolves, Villa, poor performance against Wolves. Drew against Everton, drew against Villa. Poor performances in those as well. The City game was absolutely perfect to give us that second wind. I think that's what it was, a second wind. I'd like to say it was a second wind because we looked pretty much really, really tired. And what did help us at the weekend, actually, if I'm absolutely honest, what did help us at the weekend was Arsenal losing. Because Arsenal losing, I think, took the pressures off on Sunday. And that's why it's been amazing that Arsenal have been the one chasing. It's funny, isn't it, how Arsenal fans have been the ones saying, it's looking at we're chasing Liverpool, it's looking at we're behind Liverpool rather than Man City. But really, the reality of things is we're looking at that Arsenal chasing us. Because when we've faltered, when we've hiccuped, they've hiccuped alongside us. You know when you yawn and it's contagious, someone else starts yawning. That's what's been happening with Arsenal. We'll yawn, they'll yawn with us. They won't take advantage of us dropping off and us playing poor. We played poor against Wolves, Villa, and Everton, and we were looking down and out. Not down and out, but we were looking like there was potential of a drop off here, and potentially not bottling the league, but certainly allowing Arsenal to come back into it. We give them a little bit of glimmer of hope, but Arsenal didn't take it. They didn't take it, and they haven't been taking it all season. And it's actually, that's why I'm going into Sunday. I was relaxed. Going into tonight, I'm relaxed. Liverpool, as Liverpool fans, we shouldn't feel like that. This should have been a title. This should have been an actual serious title race. We've had a couple of hiccups where Arsenal should take advantage, but they never did. And if they did, I think if Arsenal won on Saturday against West Ham, I think we could have seen a different game on Sunday. I'm not saying we've got to go beat Man City. That's me. But I'm not saying we've got to go beat Man City. But what I'm saying is the pressure's different. I think we went out there knowing that a loss or a draw is not the end of the world against Man City. It allowed us to play as game. It allowed us to play relaxed. And we absolutely loved it. We absolutely loved it. There was no pressure. Even though Man City dominated the ball, they never really looked like testing Alisson. They never really looked like scoring. And it seemed like a relaxed, professional result on Sunday. Professional performance. And again, Arsenal will play tonight earlier than us. I think they kick off at 7:30, so they're kicking off in 15 minutes, Arsenal, whilst we're kicking off in an hour. So it'll be half-time half-time in the Arsenal game by the time we kick off. So again, I do think that the Liverpool players will have a sneaky look at that. And if Arsenal are losing, again, it takes so much pressure off us, massive pressure off us. It really does, and it allows us to play relaxed football, play our game, and do the job. I'm sure Arne Slot will not want to think about Arsenal, but I'm absolutely certain that the players will be having a sneaky look at least at half-time or something. Whether Arne Slot bans phones in the dressing room or whatever to stop that happening. If they do have phone access, I think they will have a sneaky look. And like I said, I think what's been best for Liverpool this season is Arne Slot and his mentality, and it's just concentration on keep focused on one game at a time. And this is exactly what we're doing, keeping focused on one game at a time. And whatever happens to Arsenal, happens to Arsenal. It's as simple as that. Whatever happens to Arsenal, happens to Arsenal. We keep doing our job. If we keep doing our job, then Arsenal can't catch us. It's as simple as that. Best thing is, it is Arsenal that are trying to catch us. Therefore, there's been not really much pressure. And I think it's a completely different Arsenal side from last season. I really do. I'm surprised at what I'm seeing with them because last season they seemed to go to a level where they showed me enough to say, oh, they can win the league this season. Because at the start of the season, I'll be honest, and I think a lot of people did have, I had Arsenal tipped to win the league. I knew City would not win it again, but I didn't think they'd drop off like this. I thought they wouldn't win it again. And I thought being Arne Slot's first season, it's a big task to take over a young club. I thought third's enough. Third's a good place to finish as Arne Slot's first season over a young club, and then build from there. So I thought Arsenal might take advantage of Man City maybe falling off a little bit and Liverpool just not being quite there yet. And they haven't done. Arsenal haven't been the same as last season, and that's what's been their biggest issue. They haven't gone again and stepped up when they could have. Even if they played like similar to last season, if they were quite similar to last season, I think we'd have a proper head-to-head title charge here between us both. I think we'd be on par. But they haven't kicked on. I think pretty much what FSG did to Liverpool in when we were challenging for titles and we won the title, they didn't really address the issues that were needed to address. Therefore, the drop off happened, and that's what Arsenal have done. They didn't. I don't know why they went into the transfer window in summer, especially, and didn't go address a striker. And again in the January transfer, had a chance, whether it be Watkins or whoever, a striker for them would have kept them in the title race. I think proper title race. They are technically still in it. Yes, it's 11 points, 11 games left. It's not over yet, and I'm certainly not counting my chickens yet. But it doesn't feel like there's any pressure on us, and that should scare every Arsenal fan. That should scare every Arsenal fan and wake up a lot of Arsenal fans that, as a Liverpool fan, I'm feeling no pressure. No pressure. There's 11 games left. I'm relaxed. Again, I'm still not saying we won the league, but I just feel no pressure. And the only way we lose the title is if we just absolutely flop. And even if we flop, the funny thing is, even if we flop, right, even if we just capitulate, I still don't think Arsenal take advantage of it, if I'm honest. We could lose the next 3, Arsenal lose the next 4. That's the situation that we're in. And if it was Man City chasing us, I would be. If this were Man City chasing us, right, guys, and we're not 11 points clear, we're 20 points clear, I'd be more nervous than what I am now. I'd be more nervous of Man City, a bit more clear than what I am now of Arsenal, than what I am right now about Arsenal being 11 points clear. And that's the biggest statements I can make in terms of what Arsenal should really see themselves as right now. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be absolutely fuming that they've got into the season with a perfect opportunity to capitalise on City dropping off and push a newly managed Liverpool side to the end, because they should be doing that. And Arteta, I've said it all the time, I think Arteta deserves absolute praise for taking to where he has done. But if he ain't going to get him over the line, then they're going to have to move him on to find someone that can get him over the line. But enough about Arsenal. Liverpool are right now champions-elect. Again, not over yet. 11 games left. It's hard to. I want to get excited. I am getting slightly excited, but I still want to be grounded. I know what football's like. I know how football works. We've been here. Liverpool fans have been burned many, many times. 2013-14 still lives with me forever. The Gerrard slip and so on. But yeah, we start tonight. We start tonight with getting the job done again tonight. A big, big game against a Newcastle side that is pretty much confident as ever. Without Isak though, which is a big thing. So I will go over the team news again. If you are joining us A little bit later, I will go over the team news again. So 2 changes from the weekend. Tsimikas comes in and Diego Jota comes on up front. Alisson Becker in net, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Tsimikas at left back, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Szoboszlai, Diaz and Diego Jota. And no, look, Alexander Isak for Newcastle in the squad, not even on the bench. He's not in the squad, so I think he's picked up an injury. I don't know if he's been in training or in pre-match training. I don't know yet. Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, Jacob Murphy up front for Newcastle. Willock, Tonali, Gamerish, Louis Hall, Dan Burn, Fabian Shea, and Livramento and Nick Pope, obviously net. So I'll go for the bench for Liverpool as well. So also Cody Gakpo is back on the bench. He has been out and he got back on the bench at the weekend, but he's not fit enough to start just yet. So it's a good, strong bench. So it's nice to have someone like Gakpo on the bench if in case we do need someone to change the game. In a game like this, we could potentially need him, if we're honest with ourselves. So Kelleher on the bench, Robertson, Kwanzaa, Endo, Jones, Elliott, Nunez, Chiesa, and Gakpo. And what intrigues me tonight is Darwin Nunez. Because of what Arne Slot has said about him. And I just know Arne Slot don't like him. I know Arne Slot doesn't like him. As soon as he sees a bad thing in his attitude, he's going to call it out. I don't think he likes him as a player. And I think he's starting to see a bad attitude in him now as well. How does Nunez respond to that? Usually, Nunez responds criticism badly. He seems to be very weak mentally. And he's received criticism online and he's thrown his dummies out of the pram every now and then. Again, there's a big difference between criticism and abuse. Abuse is too far. People do get abused. I've been abused online. That's too far. You don't do it, regardless of whatever you think about a player, whatever you think about a person. You don't abuse anyone. But criticism should be taken. It's okay to criticise. And I find it funny that fans either got people criticising, but we've got our manager criticising. It's okay to criticise. And our manager is absolutely spot on for criticising him. Absolutely spot on. Now it's up to Nunez to either put up or shut up now. If he gets a chance tonight, he needs to use that criticism and say, look, come on, just boost him. So we have got him for the next 11 games. It is what it is. It looks like it's going in the summer. Just leave us with something. Leave us with something, because we've put a lot of faith in you, Darwin. We've put a lot of faith in you. We've got a lot of fans that have backed you constantly, backed you right to the end, and you need to start showing a bit more. You need to start showing a bit more. I'm not just talking about goals either. If he's not putting effort in, that's not good enough. Not for the backing that you've had. Not a chance. And it doesn't work well with Liverpool Football Club, and it certainly don't work well with this manager. But if he does come on tonight, I hope he does make a difference. I hope that we see the Nunez from Newcastle a couple of years ago where he got the 2 goals. But I'll be very, like I said at the weekend, I said I'll be very surprised if I saw Darwin Nunez coming on at all. And he didn't come on, did he? Didn't come on at all. I said also last week that I think I'll be surprised if Darwin Nunez starts another game for Liverpool under Arne Slot. Because Arne Slot has standards and he will certainly uphold those standards, especially when it comes to effort, first and foremost. And like I said at the bottom, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. It will help us out massively if you just like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're nearly at 250 subscribers. I've got a big challenge on the way. I will let you all know in a video, hopefully soon, what that challenge is. It is something to do with raising money for charity, and it is also something linked to football as well. It's a big challenge on my part, but I'm so excited to do it, and I'm so excited to raise money for charity. I'm also excited to do the challenge itself and get people involved as well. Hopefully get people involved as well. But what will help us massively is you just liking this video or subscribe to the channel and get your notification bells on as well. That would help us out so much in just boosting this channel up a little bit and build a nice community here. I want you guys, whoever's watching at home, or if you are watching, if you're not watching, if you're watching it live or after it's been recorded, I want to give you guys the best content. I want to give you guys incredible content. And the bigger the channel gets, the more chance it gives me to create better content. And that's all I want to give you guys. It's just decent Liverpool content and football content. And hopefully you guys interact and give you guys a voice as well at home, because this is why this is why I call it Talking Reds, because it's basically Reds football fans talking and giving each other a voice and giving each other an opinion. This is why I always like to interact with you guys live. I always like to go live. I always want you guys to interact in the comments. I want you to interact, whether it be personally with me or anything like that. Everything is what I want it to be on this channel, where I want people to feel that they're heard on the real issues or whatever, whether it be good issues, whether it be bad, whether it be negative, positive, whatever comments you have. I don't mind, as long as it's productive, as long as we could have a conversation about things. I don't care. I don't mind if people disagree with my opinions. I don't care, as long as we have a decent discussion about things like adults should. Then absolutely fine. Whoever joins the channel, thank you. Make sure you do, like I said, like this video and subscribe to the channel as well. So yeah, my predictions going into tonight. It's sort of a little bit slightly changed now with Etihad not playing. I hope he's out well. If he is injured, I hope he isn't injured out for long, because, well, especially for me FPL anyway. But I don't wish injuries on anyone, and certainly not someone that is an absolute star like Isaac. It's a shame that he has got an injury, if he has got an injury. But that has slightly changed my opinion, just slightly. I still think Newcastle have enough to score, but I think Liverpool are just too good. They're too good. If we play, again, what Liverpool shows up, if we play like we did against Man City on Sunday, where we just worked the socks off, where we're just calm and relaxed and we look like no pressure on us, we will win quite easy tonight, I think. But, and this is a big but, if the Liverpool shows up the games before, the Villa, the Wolves, the Everton, the Newcastle are a team that can really punish us. Really punish us. I think it's going to be a mixture. I think we'll show a little bit of nerves at times. I think an early goal would help us relax, certainly. The crowd, I don't think it'll get us on his back as much. Even if we went 1-0, 2-0 down, I think if we went 1-0, 2-0 down against, say, the weekend, and the crowd might get on your back a little bit because there's a little bit of pressure. But I think tonight, I don't even think the pressure will get off the crowd. I don't think there'll be any tensions or anything like that. Even if we're 1-0, 2-0 down, I don't think we will. But I'm just saying, I think if that was the case, I don't think that the crowd will feel the tension, unless we keep dropping points and that allow Arsenal to come back into it properly. Then I can't see there being any tensions. So I think it's going to be a relaxed atmosphere. I think the atmosphere should be up from minute one. I expect a massive, massive atmosphere tonight. I expect a title-winning feeling atmosphere. That's what I expect tonight at Liverpool. And I think it will get us certainly that boost that we need tonight and get that job done tonight. So my prediction tonight is going to be 3-1 to Liverpool. Let me know in the comments your predictions as well. Goal scorers, if you want goal scorers as well, I'll just chuck them out for the fun of it. The way Salah's scoring at the moment, the way Salah's playing at the moment, he's got to be on the score sheet, surely. I think Jota will get back on the score sheet tonight. I think Salah, Jota, and I will go for a Trent goal as well. Regarding Liverpool, I think it'll be Anthony Gordon. Regarding Newcastle, I think it'll be Anthony Gordon. Maybe Anthony Gordon next year for Liverpool, potentially. Who knows? We'll find out more in the summer about that one. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said, please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, get your notification bells on as well, because we get content out every single day. And also get your predictions in the chat, get your comments in the chat. I will let you know about the charity fundraising thing I will be doing for the channel as well in short time. I'm working with the charities to do it as well, and trying to get things sorted with football clubs and things like that. So make sure you get tuned into this channel, because you will absolutely love the challenge I'm doing, and I'm sure you'll love the content and we bring you on Talking Reds. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, guys, and hopefully it ends